Hello.
With our 30-second clip.
But it's such an excellent 30 seconds, though, okay?
It is the best 30 seconds.
I feel like
ever.
it really gets across really well. Everyone, so let me just preface real quick. I'm going to have to eat because I'm starving. But I do want to help y'all struggle a little bit with what I'm eating tonight.
Struggle? Oh, you're eating sushi?
Sushi. From the best sushi place in town.
Sushi Bamba?
La Bamba.
La Bamba, yes.
Let me tell you a quick story, and then I'm going to start chowing down. I went to pick up, we have a pina special at the sushi joint because I order from there that much.
No, wait, that's awesome. I love it.
It's only 4 ingredients. It's the rice, the seaweed wrap, tuna, and extra avocado.
Dude, I thought you were going to throw a pineapple in there, and if you threw a pineapple in there...
they don't have it. That's the only reason it's not on there. But they have mango, which is on my sushi tonight.
Which is close enough.
It's close enough for now. But I keep telling them, like, you need to actually get a pineapple because I'll order it every time. I tell them every time.
Yeah.
So, but anyway,
I guess they could just make tiny little slivers of
little pineapple tidbits. Heck, they could. I would even eat it out the can. I'd be okay with that.
CPJ says, La Bamba, holla, finally making it on the show. We are so glad to have you here.
I went there on Sunday to get Dr. Pineapple some sushi because that's where she loves her sushi from.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went to go pay, I was like, oh, no, I left my credit card at home. I was like, I got my phone. Can we just, do the thing, the wallet pay or whatever, Google Pay? And he was like, we don't do that. They always speak in Spanish only. So I was like, I'm sorry. And he was like, that's okay. That's okay. Just next time, bring it and we'll take care of it then. I was like,
well, that was nice.
Yeah, it was. And then tonight, there wasn't as many people in line tonight. So I was like, hey, I'm really sorry about that. All this stuff. And he was like, it's okay. You come here enough. He goes, and if it ever happens again, you just do that and we'll take it the next time. And I was like, I hope I never do that, but I don't want to put you in that position, but thank you.
But thank you for allowing me the option.
Yeah.
The grace.
Yes. So anyway, that's La Bamba. I'm going to chow down a little bit. How was your day? How was your week?
I'm trying to think. Oh, so we just got back Monday evening from our family ski trip. There was 12 of us and only 4 went skiing. The Abbeys just decided we didn't have as much fun just because we're always picking ourselves up. We can't get we don't know how to snowboard, how to ski. But CPJ says they went to Alaska. almost went to Alaska.
Pretty close.
What we did is we drive, we go, we like to see things. So we ended up going to Taos. We looked around there, and then we drove to Red River.
How long did you stay in Taos?
Maybe 30, 45 minutes, not very long. And then Did
you hear the hum?
The hum?
Have you never heard of it, Sandy?
What?
I wish you'd have told me.
I wish you'd have told me.
I didn't know you were going to Taos.
Well, I didn't know that there was a hum.
There's a thing called the Taos hum, okay? I don't remember the percentage of the population that hears it, but there's this low frequency hum that people can hear. Some people, it's driven them mad and crazy. Other people, It's just this low thing that they can always hear, and they just learn to live with it. And then a larger people who I don't remember that don't hear it at all.
Hi, Anita.
But look it up, Sandy. The Taos hum, and it's not registered on any instrument or anything like that.
Really?
But people will swear by it. They're like, I can hear this hum.
How far is it from Roswell?
I don't remember, but we went there we went to Taos and
did you hear it? Did you hear it?
I didn't hear it, and neither did Dr. Pineapples, but we talked to some people, and I knew about it when we went, so I was asking about it. And people
I wish I would have known. How intriguing, how fascinating.
It really is. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're good. So then we went over to Red River. We got off, but it was so cold. The wind was whipping around, so it wasn't like the best feeling. So we were just kind of rushing through things. And I think most everybody knows we're doing dry January. So dry January means we're not drinking any
What?
alcohol.
The
Yeah,
Abby's not drinking alcohol? Is that
exactly.
such a thing?
It is such a thing. And everybody, listen, I will tell you why. Because everybody's like, Sandy, why are you doing dry January?
Yeah.
Because I did alcoholic December. I mean, you know how many parties we went to? You know how many things we did? That's what we got to let this liver regenerate because, oh my, oh my, oh my. But
I feel you because every time I go into some of these streams, these comic book streams, I'm like, oh, why did you bring that on here? And that's the cheapest price I've seen it at. And they're like, it's for you. And I'm like, I need to let my liver regrow so I can donate some more to science. So
yes, I know. Yes,
I
that's
hear you.
exactly what we're doing. So yeah, so everywhere we've been, everybody, we always, we indulge. Why not? And so yeah, we have not been indulging, but anyway, we still have fun. We can
Yeah.
always have fun.
So is White Claw considered an alcoholic beverage that you have to stay away
yeah,
from? Okay.
yeah. hmm
Okay.
Oh, listen, Anita said, Sandy, maybe it was the same sound you heard under the stars. Well, I didn't hear a hum, Anita. Mine was definitely not a
What
hum.
was that? What does she mean? I think I read your post
Remember
earlier.
Caprock Canyon?
Oh, that's right.
I'm assuming that's what she's talking about.
The
The
Kukui was coming.
Skinwalker. I'm assuming. No,
Wait,
it was not like that at
no,
all.
it wasn't.
No, it sure wasn't. But anyway,
I
so
tell them to put these the fish eggs on my sushi because they're so tasty.
they would always get stuck in my braces. Yeah, see,
Oh.
Anita said yes, that's what she's talking about.
Oh, okay.
CPJ
Welcome,
says,
Anita.
tell the story. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Tell her.
Okay, so I don't know if you remember, I posted an amazing picture of the Milky Way. And so in order to get a good shot of the Milky Way around here, you have to be in Caprock Canyon. And it's not as good as it used to be just because there's starting to be a lot of light pollution. Yes, that picture right there. Thank you so much. That makes my heart happy to know that's your background.
It is.
So anyway, we're out there and you have to wait till about 10:30 for it to just go completely pitch black. And so Eric and I are out there. It's just both of us. We're just chilling. And we're actually on a trail. We're not on a trailhead. We're not near a tent. We're not near like a camping site. We're actually in the middle of the park on a trail. And so off kind of to our left, you can hear the buffalo herd. And you can kind of hear like a steady snoring. And so we can hear. And so I'm trying to pay attention just so I can make sure like they're not coming our way. So anyway, you can hear crickets and, whatnot chirping. So, and I can't explain the sound, CPJ, but this sound was like it came from the belly. And I can equate it to like it being almost like an Indian, a Native American, like a war cry.
Oh,
Like
okay.
it was like a war cry because I kind of YouTube some sounds and I was like, okay, yeah, this kind of sounds, because trust me, we like YouTubed every animal that could be possibly out there and it wasn't. So at the same time, just right when that noise went off, that war cry that went off, the coyotes started yapping. And Carrie, you're in the country, so you know exactly what that sound is like when they're yapping and howling and stuff like that. And so I'm like, I became very uneasy. And I told Eric, I'm like, let's pack our shit and go. So Eric's kind of like, hold on. My thing is trying to update. I'm like, ooh, not right now. Not in the middle of the show.
Yeah, please not right now.
Right.
I got food in my mouth.
Right. So anyway, so Eric's like, and so I'm feeling like this noise is coming at us. Like it's going in our direction and it's moving really fast. And so we start loading up. Eric's like, well, we can just stand by the truck and get pictures. I'm like, get your shit inside the truck and we're out of here. Like, don't be doing no freaking let's go towards the sound either. But anyway.
Typical.
Yeah. So, but at the same time, it's like the buffalo stopped snoring and you didn't hear like the chirping. Like it became eerie silent after that cry. and only the coyotes were worked up about it. But anyway, so I, messaged, of course, a few people, and they were like skinwalker and, different stuff
Bigfoot,
like that. So I
chupacabra.
looked at because there are bobcats out there. We looked at several different like types of animals, and none of it sounded anything like what this noise was. So that's my cuckoo story. So definitely
Did
not a
you,
hum.
did you try going to like the Caprock Canyon
We
Facebook
did.
group
Yeah. No,
and ask
nuh-uh.
people if they'd heard anything when they're
No, I
out
hadn't even
there?
thought about that. Now that you say that. Yeah, it's a good idea. I'm gonna go on there. I'll try to
So
do
when
that
she told
tomorrow.
us the story, my reaction was missing 411.
You damn right.
What was his
You
name again?
damn right.
Pilatus?
Paul Politis, David Politis, one of
Politis?
those.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
One of those apostles. And
Right.
he talked about that stuff. And he collected a story that's very similar to Sandy's, but it's a lengthy video and audio of this insane noise. If you ever get a chance, go to YouTube, look for Missing 411,
411.
and it has to be without a doubt the most popular piece of the Missing 411 thing. If you just look for like Bigfoot sounds or something like that, you'll hear it. These aren't sounds that are just like there's like full-blown conversation sounding back and forth between
It's creepy.
more than two of something. But yes, like Sandy said, it is creepy as heck.
So we just got an angry emoji. So I feel like Sean's fixing to come in here.
Stop it.
CPJ says, dude, that's crazy. Way to respect the sounds because you don't know what's in the dark. And so like, if you've ever been out to Caprock Canyon, it is seriously dark, but it's not New Mexico dark. And I'm grateful for that because New Mexico dark, that's a whole other level.
It really is, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like up here,
beautiful.
So that's how I feel about home. I don't know if you can appreciate the sky that you have, because when I'm up here,
totally can.
Because
But
when I'm up here, I'm like, yeah, it's a nice sky. It's pretty. It's prettier where we live now because we're a little ways from the city and stuff, but it's still not as good.
Sean's feeling froggy. He said, "Make me, Jamie."
I can hear him. I hear his voice in my head saying it. I can hear. I know what John sounds like, so I hear him saying that. But going back home to Lubbock and then seeing the sky that Lubbock gives, it's like, man, it's huge and it's so big.
Let me send you this. CPJ just sent me a picture. She sent me a picture this morning. CPJ follows my my art, Jamie, but you can appreciate this night sky. Anyway, so Eric and I, we were just driving around and we stumbled on this this old Catholic church, and it's kind of like you get off the main road, off the beaten path, and look, I can hear Anita saying this, Lubbock, Texas. Sean said, Mr. THC.
So I'll tell you later.
So anyway, we discovered this beaten path, and then we found this Catholic church. Of course, it looks like it's no longer in use, but there's a cemetery around it. So the pictures that I posted on my photography page, those are pictures that were around the that Catholic church. Joe and Eric and I, we went back out, and the boys, we went back out and took pictures of the sky, but we were just blown away, literally and figuratively, because the wind was so intense. It was a very, very bitter 34 degrees. I mean, it was biting. No, I know, but this was mountain cold.
No,
we're
that's
not
different.
Used to that. We're not used to mountains,
lower
and
oxygen,
cold, and we're not used to 3 to 4 feet of snow and taking pictures in snow.
I hear you. I feel you.
Anyway, we did that, and so I have to share. I want to see if you can share this, because we can laugh now, but Eric wasn't laughing at the time. So I'm sharing.
Should he have been?
I felt like he should relax a little. I think he needed some THC in his life. But anyway, I don't know.
New Mexico?
Yes, they are now. They are now legal. but he works, so he cannot indulge.
He cannot participate in the
Yes,
festivities.
yes. So so I made this TikTok of one of our tiny little adventures. But I think what makes this video is it's not like a copyright music or anything.
What?
Did it go all the way through?
Oh.
I don't know if you can turn the volume up. It's not like a
Oh.
copyright or anything.
Tell me if you can hear it.
Okay. No. Can you hear it?
Mm-hmm. Don't know.
So this particular day, we had loaded up my aunt, my uncle, our little baby SJ, and we're like, all right, let's go to Santa Fe for the day. And
Here we go.
we didn't end up going to Santa Fe because we got stuck.
Can you hear it now?
Yeah. So we slid off the driveway. There was like an inch of ice underneath the snow. That's so loud.
God.
You could stop it. But anyway, so we slid off and we have a 4x4, but in that instance, it didn't matter if we would have
You needed
had
like a 24
we
by
needed
24.
we needed
Jesus turn into water and tell y'all can come to come to me.
Yes. So anyway, we didn't end up going to Santa Fe. We had to wait for a tow truck, and Bob showed up. Bob has been in the Red River area for 10 years, and this is what he does for fun. He's an electrician by trade, but for fun, he plows and he pulls people out of ditches.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Way to go, Bob.
Yeah, Bob,
Beat
Pinche
you,
Bob
Bob. We
was
love
amazing. So he charges $100 and he pulls in one day. He's like, I can pull up to 60 cars.
See, sometimes you have to call me and just tell me where you're at for like a quick 5 seconds, because there's an interesting church with a mysterious story in Santa Fe.
That's
also.
where we were going. That's
I've been
where
there.
We were headed. So we were going. There was two different things that we were going to go to. We were going to go to Chimayo, and then we were going to go to the Loretto Church. And the Loretto is the one that I believe you're probably thinking about the mystery behind it, right?
Yeah, the guy who suddenly appeared and redid their stairs, and the stairs just don't make sense at all.
The stairs don't make sense, and it's not even from wood anywhere near the area. Yeah, that's exactly where we were headed.
It's so small.
Yeah.
When you'd have gotten there, you'd have been like, I was expecting more, because that's what we did too. But it was still cool to go and be like, so that's the stairs.
Yeah.
Looking at it, it's not much to look at, but I mean, it's neat looking, and the story is definitely crazy cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. So yeah, we'd never been to that, and so we wanted to go to that. But anyway, so there'll be other chances for us to do that. But anyway, so yeah, we had a good time. We got home, and then last night we went to the men's basketball game, and they're not doing very hot this season. They were doing good. Now I think we've lost all of our conference games, and so anyway, I think that's about it. Been busy at work. And
I promise I'm almost done, but
wind's been blowing. But anyway, how was y'all's day? Y'all doing anything in the comments? Look, Chon says run, and then he also said he on THC. He's probably why I got the munchies. It's probably why he's so hungry.
Speaking of which, so they introduced a new program today in my town.
Oh, really?
So if you've ever wanted to have a career,
Chon, be quiet,
in cannabis, you can now get a cannabis certification at the local community college to help you. Yeah, to help you get your jump start in the cannabis industry. And it's very fascinating, guys. Like, so it's really cool because not here in my town, but I have heard about other places that have, that legalize cannabis, and It's so funny because it's one of the stories I heard. I think it came out of California. When they go to get their cannabis, the store that they go in, the staff has lab coats on as though they're real doctors or something. But let me tell you, I have a friend who is I don't know what his title is, but he would be someone. He's not just a pothead per se. Like he knows
He's a
intimately
knowledgeable pothead.
he should come on the show. Honestly, he would not just be like weed is weed.
No,
He
because
would be like, oh
so
my gosh.
we went to a dispensary in Colorado,
Mhm.
and the guy was like super knowledgeable. And so, here we can only do, they only have like CBD, right? And so, yeah, so CBD is nothing. I mean, that's like putting Jergens on your arm.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna do shit. Okay.
No.
So, the guy from the dispensary, he starts, dropping all this knowledge and stuff. And I'm like, wow, that is amazing. So a couple of things that he told us was like, CBD is nothing without THC. You have to have your THC component for CBD to be effective. So stop buying all that CBD crap because it ain't doing nothing.
It's
You're just
snake
throwing
oil.
away your money. You're just throwing away your money.
It's snake oil. Oop. Who is it? I'm on the show. Is it important? Yeah. I'll be right back. Hold on.
Okay. So that was one of the things that he told us. And then, yeah, I think we do need a cannabis expert. CPJ, okay, explain this one to me because I'm not sure what you're saying. All we're doing is 75 hard because we are real dumb. I don't know what you're telling me, CPJ. And Sean says, run, Sandy. And then just like Jamie. Anita says, did you get sand dirt from Chimayo? They say the sand dirt never runs out, and so many people go there to get sand and dirt. We got some dirt in a container that was full. Now the dirt has disappeared. So Anita, we've been to Chimayo, and we were little when that happened. And so, but we've never been back. But I've heard that the sand and dirt never runs out. But that is so strange that your container that you ran out. That's interesting. Huh?
What do you mean?
So in Chimayo, remember I was telling you there's two places that you can go to. You were talking about the churches, right?
Yeah.
So Chimayo, it has like a little sand pit, and it never run. I cannot remember the history of it. I just remember that we went there when we were little, and so you can take dirt with it. I don't know if it's like, I honestly don't remember the history. I have to look at it. I don't want to speak incorrectly, but people go there and get that sand or dirt, whatever it is, and it never is empty. So she's saying she got some dirt in a container and it was now full, and now the dirt's disappeared.
So it does disappear. They lied.
Right. It goes back into its hole.
Oh, maybe they meant
said some of the sand has disappeared.
Maybe she meant the sand where it comes from, that doesn't disappear.
Yes, from the hole it doesn't.
Yeah. That holy
Sean's
sand.
Really radioactive tonight with
What
his
is wrong with him?
THC comments. Look, he's very hazardous.
I think he's jealous.
I think
or
so
envious.
too. I think so too.
Sean, you can get your very own too. You just got to drive a couple hours over to New Mexico. Close, I'm sure, has a dispensary.
Yeah.
Do your
They
jam.
all do.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
It'd be silly not to.
It's a money-making scheme right there. Anyway, I think you should totally have your THC person on. Tell us the benefits about it.
Yeah, I'll ask him. I think he would love to do it.
Oh my goodness. Is this Lols?
Oh, look
What
at that.
are you
Long
doing?
time no see.
Hello and welcome.
His roommate, his previous roommate, just started dating.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How's that going?
I haven't talked to him myself, but I guess.
He's too busy with his dating life.
Mm-hmm. I guess no news is good news.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. I am better. Oh, I feel so much better now. Thank you for entertaining
Sandy and
me.
Pineapples.
What's happening, Lols?
Some of my sand in my container has dissolved. That's super interesting. We should go back.
That's probably because of the moisture in the air. But it seems like even if it did dissolve, it would just still be in the container.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Very interesting.
Let me show you one of my cool Christmas gifts.
A switchblade?
Yeah.
Oi. Hi, killer.
My wife is so paranoid about that thing. She's like, I can't decide if you're going to accidentally kill someone in here or if you want to start a a rumble with the local gang.
Oh, right. Trey got a bay. They fit each other like a glove.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Well, congratulations. I haven't seen Trey. I haven't seen or heard Trey in a minute. It's been a while.
I watched Flows for You on Monday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I'm always in their comments. I always telling them stuff like
I used to get notifications.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but someone was interrupting their guests, and I was like, shh. I was like, stop talking over them. Let them finish their story.
Oh, so you missed this comment. CPJ said, all we're doing is 75 hard because we're real dumb. Have you heard of 75 hard?
Mm-mm. Is that the temperature down there?
Nope. 75 hard mental toughness challenge. For 75 days, you choose a clean diet and you stick to it. 0 alcohol, no cheat meals, not even a chocolate chip, a gallon of water per day, 2 to 45 workouts, but not back to back. One has to be outside no matter the weather. That's why I had the video of the tumbleweeds. 4 body progress picture daily. 5, read 10 pages of self-help, nonfiction per day. If you miss anything, you start over. So Eric mentioned this to me. Only reason I know about that, I looked at that and I said, no mames.
That's what I'm saying in my head right now.
Yes, I could not. I'll tell you right now, I can't do it.
It's when she said the chocolate chip. I was like,
right. But I want to see your progress, CPJ. I bet you can do it.
Yes, I will cheer you on, CPJ.
Yes, you can do it.
To no end. You can rock it. You are the bomb.
Dustin says,
I told old August Alsina this year. No love. For those that don't know, it's his old hit song. That whole sentence just goes above my head. I'm sorry.
Is August the one who had an entanglement with Jada?
Well.
Sean says, not for Jamie. We are on day 10. Amazing. Good
Way
for
to go,
you guys.
CPJ.
Have y'all had to restart? 75 hard. What about like 10 hard? Because
like
I'm
minutes or hours. I can probably do 10 hours.
To December the 27th to now, how many days is that? I don't have a calendar in front of my face. 10. Is it more than 10?
Yeah.
That's how long I've been dry January. It is. I was right. Yep. August had that entanglement. Oh, what?
Why are you supporting people like that, Lols? Huh?
Yeah,
Get out of them.
Get out of supporting entanglements, Lols. Get it together. But we're so happy to see you. How have you been? I don't know what the song is. So
I didn't even know he was a singer. I thought he was like a massage therapist or a Rishi therapist.
Rishi? What the heck is Rishi?
I don't know, but I like it in blizzards. Tastes good sometimes.
Oh, Rishi Pishi?
Rishi Pishi's. All right.
So, real quick, Joe had a situation.
Oh, that's right.
He had a situation, so he cannot be on tonight. I had to call
him. I was in a cake decorating class, Sandy, when he said, and then I had to call him after I was done, and I was just like.
So here's one thing that I've done. I have turned off my notifications as a way for me to not be on the social very much. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
that's why when I read CPJ's 75 Hard Mental Toughness Challenge, I feel like I did the equivalent for that on social media. And so I get a ton less notifications from Facebook now.
Yeah, it's better.
I am not on Facebook anywhere near the amount that I used to. Anywhere.
Lowell says entanglement is a new way of saying harlot. Girl, we talk about you and Eric when we pick up the pace and try to run. Last 10 days, we hit over 15,000 steps. That's amazing. Good for you guys. I can't wait to see y'all.
I know.
Rocking
the
that
benefit that's going to come
75 hard body. I can't. Dustin says, I've been okay, just broke and heartbroken as ever. Aww,
why are you heartbroken, Lols?
It's how I stayed in my perpetual R&B flow.
There's two very experienced people here in life. And between the two of us, one of us gives great advice. The other one just listens very well. And so.
Oh, gosh. I'm neither of those. So you're just talking about your damn self. I see ain't how it is. I thought you were gonna throw me a compliment or something.
But my mind, I was thinking she's the one that gives great advice, and I'm the one who listens well. So, but that's what she owns. All right, so check this out. You saw the promo that we had up, right? And so
Yes.
I had some topics that I thought would be interesting for us. What is that? What is
My topics and my
wow,
girl.
okay. You got more than I do. Or are yours subtopics to my points that I
only have one that goes with your topic.
Okay, so then we'll go through mine first because I've got the shorter list, right? So what I want to start with first, what did I put on?
Okay. I knew that was coming. So he froze. So while he unfreezes, CPJ says, "Lols, we've missed you. We sure have. Come be heartbroken with us. Then we'll at least kind of put a smile on your face or something." And Chon said, "It's Sandy, not Jamie. Thanks, Chon. I appreciate it very much." So, let's see. So Lowell says, "In a nutshell, I just want to take a break from bringing into people or going after people. Stuff gets weird. Plus, peak season is over at work." That makes sense. That does make sense. But yes, I get it. Okay. So you were saying, Mr. Pineapples?
Oh, I'm back. Okay, good. All right. So the first topic on our promo, what did it say?
I don't know, but it was kind of intriguing, but so intriguing that I don't remember.
That's okay. I only have 3, so it's got to be one of these 3, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll go with the one that's kind of the what, right? And that's sex on the clock. Okay. Now, I put this out there because an interesting story came up to my attention yesterday, and I was chatting about it with someone else, and I had feelings about it. So, Sandy, I want to get you and our audience's thoughts on
Y'all
this.
get ready to type, okay?
Okay.
This is about sex on the clock. I've only had the drink sex on the beach.
Okay. This is not a drink. This is literal sex while on the clock. Okay. Now, and I'm not meaning like, prostitution or legalized sex in any kind of way. I'm talking about there's a story, and I don't even have all the details, but it was enough to spark a nice long conversation I had yesterday. So apparently there is in a police station somewhere in the country, there turns out all this is unconfirmed by me, okay? This is just the gleaming I've had.
Allegedly.
There's an alleged officer who belongs in an open marriage who was entangled with 5 or 4 other officers at the same station.
She was harloting around. Okay, so
hold on.
I'm going to stop you there.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Okay, all right. So the part that brought this to why I wanted to raise this up here and get your thoughts, Sandy, and everyone else was because from what I understand, there were 3 individuals of this troop, 3 individuals who were terminated from the police station or the police force, and then another 2 who were put on suspension. And the reason the 3 that were terminated was because, as the title suggested, they had sex while on the clock. So they had, I don't know if they all 3 had it together. I'm not into all the specifics of that, but between the 3 of them, somehow they had sex while clocked in as police officers.
We've got to read this.
Other 2, hold on, we'll get there. The other 2, I'm almost done. The other 2 were suspended because they had sex with one of the individuals off the clock. The woman, she's married because she's in an open marriage. I don't know the statuses of the other 4.
I believe all married.
Okay, so they're all married. I don't know the status of their marriages, though, as far as are they in open relationships as well? Because, small towns, whatever. Anyway.
Okay, dang it. So he froze, and I need to insert this correction based on what I've read. The husband has come out and announced that he was not aware that they were in an open relationship. So this was all news to him. It is obviously very upsetting for him for his wife to have been passed around. And so it's very humiliating for him because, like I said, he did not know that their relationship was open. Obviously, her legs were open like 7-Eleven, but I'm gonna read this comment because this is lols. This is hilarious. I heard about that cop lady. Someone said they risked their careers for someone who looks like Morty from Rick and Morty. Anyway, lols. This wins the internet. This is so freaking hilarious. CPJ says we call her Harlot the mattress dancer. Lowell says, I can't join that troop. I'm heartbroken, but that's too far. They're more entangled than Rapunzel. I mean, y'all, um the memes are absolutely wild. If y'all this girl shared a few of them on a post that I shared over on Sandy Talk Sheet, so y'all need to go over there and look at it. Chon said, Mr. Ass. I'm not sure who he's referring to. Chon also said, let's get it on. Dustin Lowell says that lady just scored a point for the guys that don't want their wives to work. I mean, right? By passing around D Mean Village bicycle, everyone gets a ride. I mean, everyone gets a ride. She is very equal opportunity. Girl does not have any shame. And I mean, I don't know, but I did talk to some police officer friends, and they said this happens more often than not. And I do personally know someone.
Okay, sorry about that.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know. It's like my computer decided to get kicked off the internet completely
Oh, well,
in the
are you on
middle
your
in the middle of the stream. So I'm on my phone.
Okay,
As
yes, I
soon
was
as I
gonna
get
say
access back, I'll go. So I'm sorry. Continue on, and I'll try to pick up where y'all
well,
were.
so what I was saying is what you probably didn't see was that the husband came out and said, we're in a relationship, but it's news to me that it's open.
Oh, okay, yeah, I
He
didn't.
had no idea. He was blindsided by his
I'm
hoochie
not
wife.
laughing at him.
No, it's
The
devastating.
part that's funny to me is like, you know, in normal people's terms, we call that just being cheated on, or cheating on your spouse, not being
Yeah.
an open
Yeah.
relationship.
But she
So,
was trying to justify it.
mhm.
So, Lowell
So
says that girl's an application. They all got a chance to subscribe and they ended up paying for it.
okay. Let me read some of the comments so I can make sure if it hasn't already been said what I was thinking.
I don't think so.
All right. So here's the part. Here's some of the parts that I share. Or did you already share your thoughts, Sandy?
I have not shared. I was just
Oh,
kind
you
of
share then, because I talked a lot there. So you share since.
okay. So my thoughts on that are it is not
There we go.
in your job description. Like none of that says that you it's okay to be having sex at the office. Is that what you're going for? Like what my opinion is on it? They should be all
I'm open
fired
to your opinion on
on
any
any of
part
it.
of it. I have an opinion that for me on it, and I don't mind
Okay.
sharing when you want me to share. If you want to kind of contrast that.
Okay.
So for me, the part that one of the main reasons I wanted to bring this up was because I thought, okay, I get the topic isn't friendly for everyone. I do not believe it warranted their termination, and I do not believe that it warranted the others' suspension either. Do I think it's morally wrong on mine for my compass? Yes. I do not judge them for the actions that they took. I do think that it's wrong to cheat on your spouse, though. So, that's news to me, and my part for that does change. But I do feel like their discipline was a bit harsh.
Okay.
What do you think?
So that's where I was going with this. So here's the deal. You basically are stealing time from the company.
Mm-hmm. I agree
Whether
with that.
that be 5 seconds that it lasted or the 30 minutes that it lasted. We don't know how long that lasted. You were stealing time from the company.
Yes.
And so that is a reason to be terminated. You know, you probably weren't terminated because it was morally, because I'm sure there's other things that go on that are, moral compass should. But I think that that part is determinable. The other ones that were off duty, I mean, it's kind of like a kid bullying someone after school. It didn't happen on school grounds, so I can see that one. So
Right.
but
And I'm not speaking from the moral aspect. I'm definitely speaking from, I guess kind of like the job aspect. Like if I was going to criticize their decision as a company, honestly. Now, so like, for example, if it was a man who was at the center of this, do I think he would have gotten terminated? I don't think so, but I could be wrong. So, and again, I'm not the expert in this field. I just don't feel like he would have.
But the men were terminated.
Right.
Do you feel like if he was the spoon, I mean, on the bottom? I'm not sure which one. I mean, I'm just trying to see, like, because it was men that was terminated, so I'm not really sure.
But I feel like I always feel like women carry, like, they're the ones who have to walk around with the scarlet A on their
and
person.
While the dude is getting props, right?
Right. So I acknowledge that they did get fired, but was it because they were around the scarlet letter? Had it been two women and the scarlet letter was one of the fellas, I feel like the decision would have been different. Maybe not. I'm just saying I feel that the decision would have been different. Now, and again, you're right. It is, how did you say it? Terminable offense?
Yeah.
It is a terminable offense. You're absolutely right. And I'm not arguing that part. I just feel like there are a lot more worse things to terminate someone over than on the job hanky-panky.
I don't know. I feel like you were very open-minded about this. I don't see how you don't think it's okay. So let's go back a few years ago, local high school kids were doing it. I mean, that's a suspense, something like be kicked out of the school, to be suspended, and that furthers on up the ladder that you go. The older you get, I mean, it's still going to be an offense. But I also see, because in a previous employment that I had, the the area manager was caught with the subordinate, and she got terminated and he didn't.
Oh, wow.
So I have seen
that was like
sitch.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be like, was he in a position higher than she was?
Yes.
Okay, so then so that could have two different views for it, right?
Out again.
The position, the authority, the power, right? So that, I mean, I'm not saying good things. I'm not saying I'm not saying excusable things. I'm just saying, as an observation, did he keep his job because he was, good old boy systems?
Yeah, that's exactly why he kept his job, because it was a good old boy system. That's
and that's what I'm saying. That's the part. So I agree with you. So I'm not excusing, like, it's not just that they had sex on the clock, right? It'd be like anything else, right? Like, so here's what I would say to anyone. Has anyone milked the clock in any of their jobs? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the same thing. It's just, I feel like the moral implication is higher than just
No, I have milked the clock getting a pedicure, but not having sex. Okay, that's a totally different thing.
It's not. Why? Sandy.
Why?
Because both. I
mean, okay, so it does feel good on my toes. I mean, that's maybe what you're seeing. Maybe because it's.
Why is it to you? Why is there a difference between the actions that you performed on the clock, even though both are in the same field? You took money from the company, not doing the job you should have been doing.
I guess let me take that back, because I'm self-employed, so I'm not really milking the clock. I just take longer. It's not like and
that's fine. That makes sense for you in that sense. But so then I think you could look at both scenarios as an employer then, right? if both scenarios existed under your house, right, under your watch, your clock, however way you want to say that, are you terminating the one who you caught getting a pedicure and the one who got busted having sex with their spouse or without their spouse, just period, having sex with one or multiple partners, or are only one of them going to get fired?
I mean, if you're gonna, so basically, right here, what you're saying is you're both stealing time. One getting a pedicure, and the other one getting a pedicure.
Pedicure.
I mean, so then, yeah, you have to be fair across the board.
And that's what I say. That's what I agree with you too on that. So it's not that I'm arguing that they got fired, although I also have that argument. I don't believe that they should have gotten fired. Or let me rephrase that. I believe that the punishment was severe.
Didn't fit the crime. That's a crime. It's a petty crime. Let's go back. Why you think of that? Let's read some of these comments.
Okay, go for it.
So
yeah, let's hear what the people have to say too.
Can her.
I think never mind.
And right. She's been bagged. Lowell says, "No, man, Nana on the job equals firing. No holds barred. Enough holding went on. You can get fired for being on your phone too much or going to the bathroom too much at certain jobs." That's true. Yeah. I mean, and then plus, if you're in an at-will state, they can terminate you for whatever reason.
Any reason, right? Yeah.
It could have been. It wasn't for the sex. It was just because
I didn't like your face. Good. Not even that. I just didn't want you here anymore. Period.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as it's not against the equal opportunity employment law.
Oh, girl was equal opportunity laid down with everybody.
Yeah.
It was.
Keep going.
Okay. Everyone needs to go. Fire them all. They all 5 harlots.
What? No
cookie on the clock. That's true. That's true. You risked it for the biscuit and you got fired.
Yeah, I hear you.
Hey, Joanne. How are you? Inappropriate behavior at a workplace. Sex is bedroom affair, not at work. I would have fired all of their sorry asses. You wrong, Jamie.
But how am I wrong?
Sandy on the THC, Jamie.
Wait, what? Sandy,
the THC on Jamie. So CPJ says, talking point. Did they sign a letter of no coitus with teammates? I know lots of companies that have that policy. Oh,
now that's a good point, CPJ.
Very good point.
Quick. That makes sense because you're right. I have heard I can't denote what companies and how they, which ones do that and why, but I have heard that there are companies that say you cannot have like you can't date within the department kind of situation, right? Mm-hmm. And so
there's lots of them
that
you
would make
can't
sense
date,
actually.
Like subordinates, and these guys were higher ranking than this girl, I believe.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't know that part either. I think CPJ, it is a good point what you bring up though, actually. So in my mind,
CPJ.
In my mind now, with that knowledge, like if they had signed that, then yes, they should be terminated. If it specifically says that, because
my contract didn't say I couldn't go get pedicures and do what I want. So, hey, Cynthia.
Hey, Cindy.
How are you? They were cops. What they were supposed to be doing while they were doing that could have put people in danger. They were supposed to be filling out reports. Yeah.
So that and I thought about that too, Cynthia. I thought, so technically if you're not working, you're not out saving lives. But I can say
or harassing innocent people.
I can also say though that in my job, I'm not 100% being utilized either.
I guarantee you, if I go over there and pull open records, there's cold cases that could have been solved.
And now there's still cold cases that could have been solved, but now it's harder because you terminated 3 people
because they chose to be doing gross things at work.
And again, you're right on that. I just feel it was just too harsh of a punishment. I feel like there are worse punishments for worse offenses than, like as Lowell said, having a little cookies while on the job, having a little cookie on the job.
You did it all for the nookie.
And also now, and again, now that's the non-moral implication side. If I apply moral implications, it's like that was going to be a poor choice of words. You just messed up all these different relationships and the people that are associated here, right? Like when you have an affair, it's never just you and your
it's not a
affair.
victimless crime.
There you go. It's not a victimless. It hurts lots of people. Jeez.
That kitty cat gets lots of people in trouble.
Man, God dog it, seriously. And so when I apply the moral implication, I get angry about it because I hate when innocent people get hurt for no reason because of stupid people's decisions, right?
Is you horny?
Like if you're horny and you want to have sex outside of your marriage, then talk about it with your partner first so that you can either get that resolved if possible, or just leave the marriage so that you're not hurting people more.
So you don't end up on Sandy Talk Sheet.
Because you don't end up on Sandy Talk Sheet.
I'm going to share that story. I shared that police officer story.
Stupid benches all over the place.
No, hoes ain't loyal.
What is that? What does CPJ say right there?
She says, but what if they are on salary asking for my husband?
Let me tell you guys, I was going to almost ask who has participated in this type thing.
We can ask. You can answer anonymously. We're in the trust circle here.
And do you feel like if you had participated in that, whether it was your spouse or not, or your consenting what would you say?
Bedmate?
Yeah, okay, bedmate, because I don't have a better word. Do you feel like you should have gotten fired for it?
Probably.
Now, here's the other thing. Okay, let me just throw this out there, right? So a lot of jobs, you also get 2 15-minute breaks for every 8 hours. And sometimes I'll push those 2 15-minute breaks up together to have a 30-minute break. I'm just saying, do you get to say what I do during my break or not, as long as I'm not breaking the law? Oh, maybe that's the other thing too, right? If they had broken the law by doing that, is it against the law to cheat on your spouse?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
It's against God's law.
Well, yeah, but not everyone follows God's law. So
right.
I still like
I
CPJs.
Bet those people are Christians.
Sunday morning Christians, but Sunday night harlots.
They're stealing time from their company and her marriage. You show right.
Yeah,
you show right.
And you're right, Lulz. But here's my argument still with that is everyone steals time from their company. No one can say I am 100%
100% in my company.
Touch your mouth, girl.
Okay, milking the clock is wrong, but sex on the clock is a whole nother level.
They're both the same thing in my eyes.
Jamie, Nana equals relations.
Well, you just call it sex. We're adults here.
Look out for Mr. THC.
Let me just say, my wife.
Fraternization. Look at this. Lady in the streets just got a new subcategory. Dustin Davis freaking the sheets. Let's see. Cops ain't supposed to be riding that saddle. This ain't the old West. They ain't no old time sheriffs. They were riding a lot.
They were riding something, all right, huh?
Get a play toy, the ones under the bed. I never stole it for the cookie. No, that's what Lowell says. He never stole time for the cookie.
Whatever. No. I'm not saying for the cookie. I'm just saying stole time, period. You cannot excuse stealing time for the cookie as the punishable offense, but stealing time for anything else is not punishable. That's not fair.
This the jam right here. They had Pony by Genuine playing.
Hush your mouth. I had that image of Genuine at the concert last month or the month before, and he's doing that little slide, but it doesn't look right. It's like, oh. Genuine, just be 50 and be happy.
Gracefully,
I don't know that you need to do
be gracefully 50.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So I think we all agree to disagree.
Yeah. Well, I think
we agree that it's morally wrong. We agree
absolutely.
that we probably need more info as to why they were fired. Were they fired for fraternization? Were they fired because they were subordinates? Like this.
Well,
Genuine got genuinely old. That's still the jam, though. My God,
it
I
really
love that
is.
song.
It really is. But
Except
yeah.
when I'm like riding with my son in the car.
Oh,
Like,
I know, right?
Awkward. Change that.
Let me tell you a funny story real quick about that. It's nothing sexual, but it does. I think y'all get a kick out of this because there's a lot of parents in here, right? So, and I won't get graphic, but I will say for the most of my children's childhood, when I would use the restroom, I would always sit down for obvious reasons. I have two daughters, okay?
Look at
One
this.
time, I remember I did not sit down to take a leak. And one of the girls walked past the bathroom door, and as she passed it, I remember she hit the wall. I didn't see it, but I could hear the wall being hit, and she was like, what are you doing? How are you doing? What is going on, Ari? And she was trying to, I was like, get away, get out of here. What are you doing? I was like, oh my gosh. And then she was like, Eden, come here, Dad. What is going on, Mom? Like, made this huge spectacle. It's like, oh my God. I was like, you act like, anyway, I thought it was the most hilarious thing, and I was trying
Very
hard.
innocent.
Yeah. But I was like, and this was like 6 or 7 years old. So for all those years when they were
never
around,
knew.
I would never, behind closed doors, yes, and everywhere else. But so it was just, and we were on our way out the door. I thought they'd already left, so I was like, I just need to go real fast.
Right.
No, and it was so funny. But anyway, all right. Anita says move on.
Anita said cookies and bananas. Let's move on from the topic.
So Sandy, I had to close my browsers when I was trying to figure out what was going on over here.
Yes.
And I can't get the topics back up because I still don't have internet on my computer. So
weird.
there was another one. It said it's 2020. Okay, here we go. It's 2023, everyone. Can we please stop? Yes. And this is where I want you all to fill in the blanks with whatever it is you feel like we need to stop. So I'm going to let Sandy go first because I think she has 1 or 2 points and I have 1 or 2 also. So Sandy, it's 2023. Can we please stop
posting a pic with your nasty feet in the background? There's this one person, a couple of people on my feed that they'll be like, look at this amazing plate of food. And then you can see feet in the back. Or there's this guy, I really think that he loves his feet. And he's always like, just like chilled. And there's never a face, but there's feet wrapped up in sheets and stuff.
Oh my God.
No, it's so cringe. So cringe. It's 2023. Can we please stop posting pics of your feet?
All right. I'm with you, Sandy. I'm not a fan of that. There's a specific Facebook, reels or whatever they're called on there, where they make fun of one of the guy's wife because she walks around barefoot in their house, and she showed the bottom of her feet once, and it was just nasty, dirty. Okay.
No.
Oh, she put her feet on the wall because she was doing a headstand, and her feet got on the wall, and it was a streak of black on the wall.
Okay,
so. And so now they parody it all the time, and he puts it on his feet and he walks around, and you know what I mean. He purposely sticks it in the camera, and anyway.
No,
but I'm with you. I can be fine not watching people's feet. It's not my jam.
Lowell says he'll post his nasty feet for 600.
Okay. I'll give you 600 not to post.
Yeah,
okay?
to not to.
All right. I got one. Then we'll volley. Okay. It's 2023. Can we please stop with the YouTube videos telling us to comment, like, and subscribe and hit the bell? I'm serious. Literally 2023, and we still have to hear that dumb thing at the end. If it was 2013, I get it. 2010, I get it. 2023, guys, we know.
But what if they're new to the internet and they don't know?
You
have to say it. Some people might not know.
So you're okay with it then?
I don't watch enough YouTube for it to annoy me, so I don't.
Okay.
So that's my justification for it.
But do y'all feel me on that, everyone out there? 2023 and still telling me to like, comment, and subscribe?
Yes, I feel you.
All
Lowell
right.
says, I got slave feet, too much time on my feet.
All right, Sandy. What? It's 2023. Can we please?
That's all I had. I just had the one.
Oh, okay. All right,
Yeah,
that's
no,
fine
I
then.
just had the one. I'm gonna delete it so that I won't have it for next
Here's
week.
another one I have. Okay. For the last 3 months, I have been changing my habits online, where on YouTube videos and even Facebook videos and even Instagram, especially YouTube, because I do watch a lot of YouTube, I do not hit like on videos anymore. I'm proud to say that I have ditched my Pavlovian ways, and I no longer have to hit likes on videos. I do that especially because I started realizing the disconnect between the user and the content that they post up. They're not the same. So I cannot stand people who just share screen with the video, and I'm like, you're adding nothing to this
Oh,
video.
yes, it's so
Zero.
annoying. It's
It
so annoying because
is.
you're getting like likes and views, but you're not
Yes,
getting it based because of your stupid facial expressions. You're getting it based on the original video.
that's what
I
I'm
feel like
talking
that's
about.
content theft. That's what I feel like it is.
However way you said that, yes, I'm
Content
right there.
theft.
I'm right there. I'm right there with you, Sonny. It drives me nuts, and I hate that
I thought I was
the
the only
original.
one. I really thought I was the
No,
only one. I'm like,
I
I'll
hate
just
that the
scroll
originals
on.
don't get credit for it. I think
Yeah.
that's messed up, man.
Mhm.
And even reaction videos, like, you don't add anything more to a video, right? Like, I think the only reaction videos that I've seen that make sense to me are sports, because the analysts are actually it's more than just what's in the video, right? So that makes sense to me. And then people who are like um I forgot, so it doesn't really matter. But anyway, if you're adding extra, those behavioral analysts. You remember CPJ? Remember Sandy, the behavior analyst from the
Mhm.
um help me out.
What, like the true crime stuff? Like the court
Yeah, but
TV?
specifically when we were watching it on
Amber Heard?
yes, on Amber and Johnny's trial.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
but those aren't really reaction videos like the ones that we're talking about, where they're like me and
that's
you, and
true.
I'm basically like watching a video of something that you did, and all I'm doing is laughing or just shaking my head or something.
Oh my gosh, I hate those. And I
So
do
annoying.
not, yeah, you're right. I do not like. But if I see a video I like and it looks like that may be the legitimate content creator, I'll go through and I'll look at their content and I'll see if it's their stuff or not. And when it is, I'm like, yes. So then I go ahead and I actually like and might subscribe to them, especially a lot of the cake cooking, baking, and all those shows. I always like to watch that stuff. But yeah, so those guys I'll freely give the likes to. But these reaction and sharing screen and not giving credit to the originals, I'm down with you. I'm so done with you. I'm so done with you.
Yes,
I'm putting you
because it's
on blast right now.
2023.
Yes.
Okay, let me catch up on these. Lowell says,
Okay.
Sandy too busy looking for murder stories to care about YouTubers. Ain't that's the truth.
There are a
Lowell
lot of
says,
good
it's
true crime stuff out there.
2023, no more benches. There will always be benches.
There always benches
Those
out
are
there.
timeless. And THC Jamie, CPJ says, it's 2023. Can we change the way higher education is structured? Can we please lean more towards skills and trades and stop the underwater basket weaving money making crap? They an ass. Yes.
CPJ, I'm right there with you. Like I said at the beginning of the show, if you want to come to Illinois, Bloomington Normal especially, you can get certified at the local community college for your cannabis certificate.
Which is great.
And my niece, I think I mentioned it, maybe I didn't.
Yeah. How's her certification going?
She completed it. She's great. She is looking for jobs in the paramedic field right now, and there's a lot of good opportunities for her, to be honest with you. But we keep telling her, for the time being, we need you to find something in town and here, because the opportunities that have come up have been around communities out of town. It wouldn't be so bad, except her electric car was built for just driving in town. So I'm like, yeah. But either way, she has the opportunity, though. That's the thing. She is not limited in that field. So she can still go to college, she can make money, and she can get a degree in the area that she wants, which is in her case, music composition. So she wants to work towards that. But she is not limited to having a job that pays not just minimum wage, but she, you know what I mean? And it's a
Yeah.
skill. So now she can also take the skill that she learned, the trick, guys, they paid her to learn the skill. She got the skill for free. They paid her like a stipend or something to learn it. And she was still going to school at the same time, all that.
That's
So
so
now
good.
she has a chance of taking that certification, and she can get a higher education degree in paramedic. I can't remember what the next level is called, but whatever that is that needs a degree, she can get that and get like double or triple the amount of money that she would make as just a regular paramedics certification, which is still good for,
Good
a
for
20-year-old.
her.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that
So
she's pushing herself towards that.
anyway, sorry.
One other comment. I will say some reaction videos help grow certain fan bases, especially if they shout out that person if the reactor is bigger than the original creator.
No,
So I guess
drop it, bro.
in the instance that I've seen, no, none of them
exactly.
are anything like they don't shout out the video. It's not even attached to
nothing.
I've not seen a good reaction video. The one guy that I did love his reactions, he would like react to the food, and now he's like on Netflix or something. I think I saw him or some
the guy
food
who does
channel.
the fried foods.
No, because he would be like, what are you putting in there? Like he'd just be like that.
Kalen.
I don't know his name.
He works for Ellen. He does the same thing under Ellen's show now.
Okay, so maybe that was
and
probably
his hilarious.
He had some amazing contributions to whatever it was that the video was, what was happening in the video.
Yes.
He's probably
now I agree with you with that one. You're right. I think he's the only one I can also recall that had reaction videos. But here's the thing: he would also take those videos, and so it was almost like he could get 2 for 1. So it was his reaction video, but he also tried making the stuff and eating it, and he'd be like, "Oh my God, no, y'all don't need to do this. It's as bad as it looks."
So I didn't realize until I don't know what I was watching, where I was, that I happened to turn on the TV, and there he was, and I was like, "What, man? He's made it big."
Yes, yeah, and that's because he got connected with Ellen.
Look, Lubbock, Texas.
Lubbock, Texas. All right, are we caught up?
Yes, we are caught up.
All right, that is all I have. I had one more, but it was mainly for Joe, so we'll save it for when he comes back and we can talk about that.
So, mine that I have, one of my notes that I have, it was a story that came across as a Reddit post.
Okay.
And so I'm just going to condense it.
Condense it, girl.
This a young lady went on to post that her significant other is her boyfriend. They're not married or anything, but he's a very touchy-feely guy.
Or
he's
extra.
He's touchy-feely with his guy friends, and he's touchy-feely with his girlfriends. But she just
I'm touchy-feely. What does that mean though? Like I gotta be like hitting your shoulder or elbowing you or
so according
hugs.
to this story, he's touchy-feely in the way that he holds hands with his male and female friends.
I don't hold hands. I'm touchy-feely, but I don't hold hands.
He took it to an extreme with a coworker. He cuddles with his coworker, and he also rubs her feet.
Okay, what the heck?
And so she's saying, am I being insecure by this? Is this normal? I
would say yes, she's insecure by it. I think it's okay to be insecure about that, and some other things too, though. And some other things.
I don't feel like he's straight with him being touchy-feely with his guy friends, because I don't feel like straight guys do that. It's my opinion. And two,
I mean, if my profession was like a massage therapist, right? Maybe, but that still seems odd.
Or he might be bi, but either way, I feel like her insecurity is justified. I don't think that I mean, actually, I don't. I know for a fact that I would not be comfortable with Eric rubbing some other woman's feet and cuddling with her. Yeah. And I don't feel like Eric would be, and I know that Eric would not be comfortable with me being cuddled on and having my feet rubbed. But that's just us in our boring little relationship.
My computer came back on, so I'm switching over here in just a second.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
So what do you guys think? Is she overreacting? Is she the problem? Or is it legitimate? Does she have a right to feel that way? To me, it's red flags. This whole thing, this guy has red flags.
Let me tell you, I feel like I'm a touchy-feely kind of guy, right? Like I don't like to touch anyone's feet except for my wife and maybe my kids, just
when
being
they're
kids.
babies.
Yeah.
I would never touch Alex's or Kate's feet.
And
gross.
so my mom used to make me rub her feet when I was younger. I hated it.
The boys did too. The boys rubbed my feet. The boys have removed my nail polish.
I remember when you said that. Yeah, I remember when you said that. I hate that. I've hated that. And I told my mom and my wife, but it's my wife, right? Like it's my spouse. I love my wife. I'd rather her come to me for that than
go with your friends or her friends.
Right. So that part makes sense. But having said that, like I would never in a billion, trillion, quadrillion years be like, Joe, let me have your feet here, bro.
Lay on my shoulder, bro, and I'll massage your feet.
Okay, now, but having said that, there are brothers who I would rub their neck or their shoulders when not. I know it sounds horrible, but I can't describe it other than it was just not in a sexual way. It was just. Here's the thing: is sometimes like when you ask your spouse to do that, like you do it, and you be like, oh, "You're just so not." Can you, like I'd be like, "Can you just grind in there, please? Just put a little muscle in there, or whatever." Or I'd be like, "Can you just put your foot on my back, babe, because it really hurts there." And she was like, "I can't." And like, ugh. So when the guys, there's a big brother who used to play football. He would come around. He would just be like, "Bam," and I'd be like, I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, that feels good, actually. So I don't know if anyone else can relate to that as far as guys, but it also wasn't something that was done all the time. And it wasn't something that was like, didn't move anywhere else outside of just, yeah. So I don't know if that makes sense.
So I had one commenter, and she's a mutual friend of ours, and she kind of was like, well, that's her fault for being insecure. She said, I have a best friend and we used to hold hands. And she's like, but now he's married. So now we have to respect her, the wife. But I don't know how I felt about her comment.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I don't know if I don't feel like you've ever maybe not been in a relationship to where maybe you understood how somebody else felt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I think it's overall though, my overall, I think it's very weird. I think it's inappropriate. I think he has lost some boundary, unless he's from a different country where that's a culture thing, like that is a cultural thing.
I've never heard of it being cultural
but you also haven't been to all the cultures in the world.
That's true.
Like I can tell. Okay, let me tell you, one of the culturally difficult things I deal with up here in Bloomington Normal is there's a culture that's there's a predominant not a predominant. There is a heavy population of a culture here in town. One of the things that drives me nuts is when I go into the restroom, the men's room, and I stand at a urinal, and there are 7 urinals next to me, all empty, and the guy comes in, and he'll stand right next to me, and it's like, so weird. Urinals. Why in the flip are you standing next to me? And
why didn't you ask him? Like turn around and wet him and be like,
I finally did. I asked several people in this culture why that is a thing. Also, why do they come in to the restroom to sit on the pot and they're having a full-blown conversation?
And they're like, it's way over there.
So in their home country, there is a heavy population, and it is very dense, and they are heavy on the interconnection of people. And it comes out in ways you would be thinking it's okay. It's different, but it's okay. But for them, it's everywhere, including the bathroom. And
Well,
so
I'm
it's
going to
not.
Google if rubbing someone's feet is a cultural thing.
I think that's
Cuddling
a good point.
and rubbing feet.
Okay.
CPJ says, I think there's something wrong with him gradually testing boundaries. I think you're onto something. I feel like he's seeing how much he can get away with. This guy's going to be a
Weird, right?
cheat. I think this guy is going to
You
cheat
think a
both
cheat
ways.
or just kind of
I think he is.
exploring? Maybe.
Yeah, he's Dora the Explorer, but not in my
Ah.
backyard, bruh. Not in my backyard.
When he finishes it, he's gonna be like, "I did it! I did it!
Right?
Yeah,
Where's the map? Where's the map? Where's the map?
I'm so bad. Stop. We so bad. We so bad.
Mr. S. Okay, so that was that one.
Oh, hold on. Let's pivot real quick on this. You brought up a thing. So the what did you say he was doing? Not just rubbing their feet.
He was cuddling.
Okay, guys. There is a business out there, and maybe we've talked about it once or
we
twice.
We have talked about it.
We have. Oh, you know where I'm going with this,
yes.
don't you?
Okay.
Okay, we're so good. We see this.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
All right, everyone. So
I asked Eric if I could.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there is a business out there, everyone, where it's the business of cuddling, and
there is no sexual link.
Yeah, there's absolute zero, and the people in this are, I mean, they are
it's a legit
what am I trying to say? Yeah, it's a legit business, but they are hardcore, no hardcore.
They're just lonely people that want to be cuddled.
So for example, someone could, depending on how they're structured,
I call 1-800-CUDDLE.
You can get a subscription. Is that how to say it? You would get a subscription where you get, X amount of cuddling time, and you can use it throughout that subscription period to go there. And you can, as an individual, you can hire anyone. You can hire whoever they have employed, but men and women. So it's not a hetero service. It is whatever service you want. So you can hire a man to cuddle you in bed, and that's it. You just spend the.
Sean is not subscribing to you. No, thank you.
You say that in front of us, but I guarantee you, everyone who has not had that physical contact or connection, because we're not talking about sex here. We're literally just saying it's just cuddling. 100%. You would be thinking about this.
That's how it starts. This is some serial killer shit.
Hush your mouth.
Look, Sean said, hell no.
Again, you're saying that now, Sean. You're saying that now, but I believe
if you could make money, it's a legit way to make money. It's also legit, probably on 1,000 ways to die.
I told Dr. Pineapples, I was like, where do I sign up? Because people tell me I give great hugs. I could be
You're a big teddy bear. You are.
Right. People I think would feel really, thank you, Jaime. Thank you. And I'm like, I got your back, literally. I'm like, and if I can get paid for it though, shoot, I might be like the world's greatest cuddler / hugger. And not even know about it.
I know. There's an untapped talent there.
An untapped talent.
Waiting to be tapped.
Tappity tap taps. I couldn't do it. I can't do it. Anyway, I want to let y'all know that. If y'all want to comment on it, say something else. We already know how you feel, Sean. You can move on.
Sean
everyone else,
you cuddling him, okay?
Yeah. But you want that cuddle, John. Yeah. Anyway. All right, Sandy, go on.
So this next topic kind of runs into what grinds my gears also.
Okay.
So how important is it to you, the audience, and Jamie, how important is it to you that your significant other jumps in to help? And I'm just saying, like, say, for example, I'm unloading the car with groceries. I'm washing dishes. I'm putting the kids to sleep. How important is it that your partner jumps in to help and you not having to say anything? Because what grinds my gears is someone that is absolutely not helpful. I cannot stand that you see everybody hands on deck working, doing something, and you just stand there and not help.
I feel like you just mentioned two different things now.
No, I said it was.
You said all hands on deck just a minute ago.
Mhm.
I feel like what you started off with though was like someone helping you out.
Yes, so that person is maybe that one person, maybe your significant other that is not all hands on deck watching, but or your significant other that is help that you see what I'm saying, that's playing the roles in whatever the situation might be.
So
So
like
it's
for
either us
example,
two by ourselves or if it's us in a group.
yes. So you're saying both. I
Yes.
see those as two separate.
Okay, so we'll just say we'll start with the significant other.
Okay.
How important is it to you that
Okay.
your significant other helps you
So
in what you're doing?
for me, I look at it, it's got to be it's in a way that you're not in the same space as I am. So for example, us cooking dinner together, us washing dishes together, us putting the groceries up together, I have a hard time with that. I feel like just get out of the kitchen. Let me do it, please. Just leave me alone. But if I'm making dinner, do you think you could step in afterwards and wash the dishes or put the dinner up?
Right. And that shouldn't have to be asked of somebody. They should just know.
Okay. I wish that was the case.
Okay.
But and it drives me nuts, Sandy, because I can go into the kitchen. I work 7:30 to 4 p.m. I get off of work at 4 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, I've got to go upstairs. I see there's a mess. Now I've got to wash the dishes and get everything straight. And I can't cook in a dirty kitchen. So now I've got to clean everything, right?
Yes.
Then after I clean everything up, now I can start cooking dinner for everyone, right? I got 5 people in my house, myself included. So I've got to make meal for 5 people, right? Then I call everyone down. In no time when I was cleaning up, was anyone around or offering to help or anything like that?
Right.
No time while I was cooking dinner was anyone around or offering to help. So now that I'm done, I call everyone down and I got to call you multiple times to come eat. And then you come in, you eat, and then you just disperse like vultures.
Leave your shit and mess on the table.
Yes.
Don't
So
even
then
bother
I
to
have to
pick it up.
clean up afterwards too. Afterwards, like my wife is the only person in the house that I give a hall pass to on that. Okay. Because the woman is working a lot of jobs, right? And
Mhm.
so I excuse that. I'm okay with that. But I would love for my spouse, especially, to be the one to say, I will do this because I notice you do this. But I'm not, it's not like a hardcore expectation on her because she's also working, busting her tail off. So she gets that free pass. My kids and everyone else in the house, absolutely nuts. So yes, as the singular, like you said, in that kind of scenario, that's how I am. So it's not that I don't want your help right now, like with dishes or with the everything else I said, but if I can at least get some participation in on the other side. I don't do well when there's more people around me when I'm trying to get stuff done.
Right.
But I would like your help in some cleanup or prep work. Either, you know what I mean?
Right.
Either way. That's where I
So
stand on that.
the way we were raised, so yeah, my dad in the sense of the word machismo,
Mm.
but my dad would jump in to help my mom. My dad would make food like like I said, he was machista, but I never saw him not helping my mom. When my mom got home with the groceries, everybody was helping bring in groceries.
Mm-hmm.
When my mom was cleaning, we were all helping clean. I mean, my mom was never alone in any situation that unless we couldn't do it. And my dad was there to help her. I remember because like I said, my dad was a hard ass in every sense of the word of a hard ass. And we were always doing something. But one thing that he couldn't stand was somebody that wasn't helpful. I mean, if you, this is kind of like what CPJ is saying, scale of 1 to 10. You see me working, get up. You see me busting it, get up. You see me struggling in any way whatsoever, get up. That is the character of a considerate person. This was literally one thing I told Matt in marriage counseling, and I mean it. And absolutely, CPJ, this is how it is in our house.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, will come home from a long day's work, and he will go get into the kitchen and cook. The only thing that does grind my gears about my little family is that I'm the only one that has superpowers and can see the trash can that's full. Because Cade and Eric, they cannot see that. They do not have that vision. But anyway, other than that, they will all, do things. And I have to teach my kids. I'm like, you see your grandma coming in here, you better go help her unload her car. Like, I want my kids to be moving fast. I don't need to tell you to do something. You should take it upon yourself to do something. So, which
I think
leads
you're right.
me into the person that's inconsiderate. So,
Sure.
I've been in situations where there's a group of friends and everybody's working to clean up. So, after a party, you see people that they're the helpers, the helpers that stay and help clean up. But you also see people that stay and don't help clean up. They just watch everybody else. Those people that watch everybody else, I'm not a fan of you, because I was taught to be a helper. And I feel like everybody should be a helper. If you see 20 helpers, then you become helper number 21. So that's kind of my grind my gears and
topic. Okay, so I agree with you. I'll lay it at that my blanket response to that is I agree with you. I think that's I'm with you on that. All right. I think there are exceptions to it though, right? So for example, again, in my house, I prefer for my guests not to help because I am not trying to create an environment where you have to work in my home. I want you to come and I want you to be relaxed. So in my mind, I'm like, if there's 20 people here, I hope that 19 of y'all are all chilling out and me as the 20th person am the one who's cleaning up.
Let's go back to, not to dredge up any bad memories, but at your dad's service afterwards, we started picking up chairs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We didn't shy away from that. We immediately, as soon as we saw everybody kind of running us out, that was our key to, we started picking up chairs and putting up tables and kind of moving everything out of the way. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, not at my house personally.
Oh,
okay. Would anybody be like asked to do anything? Yeah. But I have lots of friends in my circle that are always trying to clean and wash dishes and stuff like that.
I see what you're saying. So yeah, and honestly, in your circle, I would offer that, and I could not help you out personally like that. But in the group setting or a larger setting, yeah. So unless we're leaving early before all that starts happening, you know what I mean? But if stuff is getting put up and I'm there, like, yeah, let's help out. Come on, girls.
Yeah.
Let's just do this or whatever. If we can help, we should help. Now, if they tell us, oh, don't worry about that, we got there's a crew coming, but that's different than not helping it to start with, not having the heart to help out. Now, it's funny that you bring that up because I did not want to help out there. Because
they did it. It was very rude.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I was like, was I just emotionally, you know what I mean?
No, I thought it was absolutely very, very rude the way they came in and did it.
Yeah,
and we didn't want to help either with that attitude.
Yeah, and I don't know how this is going to come out, and it makes me scared to say it, but as the son of the man who was just buried. And for them to come, like, that guy had came to me several times in that span of like 5 minutes and continued asking me specifically to help out and grab the chairs. And in my mind, I was just kind of like, who are you? Like, well, you know what I mean? I don't know how to say. It just, from my perspective,
I feel like the grieving family should not have to lift a finger. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
And I felt that was the same thing for you.
And having y'all there was like this super thick blanket of security. Like, I really needed y'all there. So I appreciated that. But this fellow coming in and just hi man, do this and hurry, go do that. Hi man. And it was just like, who are you? What are you asking me to do exactly? And do you
And
have
why
any
are you
manners?
asking me? And why are you asking me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you said that. Under normal circumstances, and I don't feel like this was a normal circumstance.
It was not a normal
Okay.
circumstance.
But
No,
under
because
normal, yes. Help out. I think it's the right thing. When I see you not
Yeah.
helping out, I do feel kind of like, come on, man, just offer something. Just do a little piece, right?
Yeah. So here's a couple of comments. Anita
Okay.
says 100% would like the help and I shouldn't need to ask. Exactly. Just there's no reason for me to ask you. You see what we're doing, get up and do it. It's a touchy subject though.
Why is it though, Anita? Why do you feel? Tell us in the comment. Why do you feel like it's a touchy subject?
And
Bring that
while
up,
we're
Anita.
on it, listen here, child. You see the elder walk in, get up. That ain't your chair, kid. Exactly. Exactly.
And you know what? Even to tack onto that, CPJ, if it's your grandma or your grandpa, something like that, get your butt up and go say hi. Walk them to the freaking chair. Can I take your coat, grandma? Can I take your bag? Can I get you some freaking water?
Yeah.
Something. You know, and I feel like my kids, I'm like, that's grandma. That's Tia, or that's your deal, or whatever this, you know, whoever it is, that's a guest in this house. You stop you and focus on them for a minute.
Yes.
Oh, San Antonio.
So I'm glad we kind of feel the same way.
Did you read Sandy or CPJ's first comment?
Yes, that's when you froze.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I did read it. But yes. Anyway, gosh, well, our show went by so fast.
Oh, is it time? Oh, yeah.
It's time, yeah.
There was some good topics tonight, guys. I felt like there were.
Yeah.
These were great topics. It was kind of all over the board, right? I don't feel like it was
all over. From the mattress to the window to the wall.
Oh man. So listen up, everyone. There's a couple of things I just want to mention. So Joe will hopefully come on and you'll probably read about it in a post sometime soon. He'll probably share because that's his style. And if not, he'll come back next week and share. But if not, let me tell you this, because it has been on my heart. I started taking a cybersecurity certification class recently. But these last couple of days, I'm not going to lie, my spider sense has been going off. And I am like, something's going on. Something's going on. And I had felt on my heart today to call and tell everyone, change your passwords, especially your banking account passwords. I have had so many people today. I've read so much about people's Venmo, their PayPal, their bank, and getting scammed out of money for things that everything. I've heard from someone whose bank account went to zero today. I've heard from someone whose
Bank of America was a lot of reports. So if you guys have your stuff with Bank of America, please check it. Yeah, it was all over Twitter. People's accounts, like if they had given a Zelle payment, then it was like taking more money from their Zelle. Like the transactions were doubling and tripling, and they were not answering their phones. So I think I've got a couple of family members that I'm like, hey, if you have Bank of America, go check on your money because it's being siphoned out. So
yeah. So when you guys, if you what that translates to practically, change your passwords. If you see something that your accounts are saying, hey, do you want to enable do you want to enable multi-factor authentication or two-factor authentication? You say yes. Is it a pain to change your password? Yes. Is it a pain to enable two-factor or multi-factor authentication? Yes, it really is, guys. But you know what's even more of a pain? Looking at your bank account one day and seeing that there's $0 in there. Maybe some of you already have $0 like me. That's fine. But if you don't, you're really going to bite that day when you expect.
Especially when you got bills due.
Yes. So please take the time.
That's our PSA. Change your passwords. Watch your accounts.
Yes. Go check everything tonight and make sure you got money in there, and then go ahead and just change your password. So anyway, that's the PSA, like Sandy said.
And thank you all so much for being in here in the comments and commenting. It was so good to hear and see some of y'all that we haven't seen in a while. And our faithful viewers, we appreciate you very much.
We do. So join us next Wednesday where we'll come back and hopefully Joe will be with us. And if you guys got some topics for us to cover throughout the week or whatever for next week.
If you see some stories that you want us to cover on the show, send them to us.
Please
We'll be
do.
glad to do it.
Okay. All right, everyone. We love you. And as usual,
Wash your hands, you filthy animal.
I just wanted to throw that and see what came out.
I know. I'm like, change your passwords, you filthy animal.
Change your passwords. I love that, Sammy. Good night, everyone.
Good
We
night,
love you.
everybody. Bye.